Have you ever felt like you're too much in a relationship? Too emotional, too sensitive, or too afraid of being left behind? Or maybe your partner seems anxious, needing constant reassurance and clarity. Today, we're diving into how anxious attachment impacts communication, and more importantly, how to make it better. A real story about communication. He is anxious, concerned, he is going to say the wrong thing, dodges emotional issues. She wants a heart connection. Jason always tried to be a good partner. He showed up, paid the bills, remembered her birthday. But when it came to emotions, he froze. Every time Rachel asked, "What are you really feeling?" his chest tightened. His mind raced. What if I say the wrong thing? What if I make it worse? So instead of sharing, he dodged. It's nothing, I'm fine. Let's not fight. But Rachel didn't want to fight. She wanted connection. Over time, she started to feel lonely. Even while sitting right next to him, he thought staying calm was helping. She thought his silence meant she didn't matter. One night, she broke down. "I don't need you to fix everything," she said. "I just need to know you care enough to feel them." It was the first time Jason realized that his silence, meant to keep the peace, was actually building a wall. He didn't have the perfect words. But that night, he reached out, held her hand, and said, "I'm scared too, but I want to try." That simple moment of honesty was the beginning of something better. Anxious attachment is a style that forms early in life, often when emotional needs were inconsistently met. People with this style crave closeness, but often fear abandonment. They may constantly seek reassurance, worry about being too needy, and overanalyze messages or silences. Jason always felt like he was walking on a tightrope in his relationship. He loved Rachel deeply. But every time they got close, a part of him panicked. He'd say something small, she'd look away, and suddenly his mind spiraled. Did I upset her? Did I push too hard? What if she's done with me? Instead of talking about it, he pulled back. He joked more, avoided the hard stuff. She'd ask, "Why don't you open up to me?" And he'd smile and say, "It's nothing, I'm good." But he wasn't good. He was terrified. Terrified of being too much, too sensitive. Terrified she'd see the real him and decide it wasn't enough. So he kept a part of himself hidden, hoping it would keep her close. But it had the opposite effect. Rachel started to feel like she was dating a ghost, present in body, but emotionally missing. It wasn't until therapy that Jason heard the words, "People with this style crave closeness, but often fear abandonment." And suddenly, it clicked. He wasn't broken, he was protecting himself. But to have the love he wanted, he'd have to risk being seen. This isn't weakness, it's a protective response shaped by experience. But it does affect how we communicate, misreading signals, feeling ignored, becoming overwhelmed by small things. Let's be honest, communication gets tricky with anxious attachment. Even a delayed text reply can spiral into anxiety. A neutral tone might feel cold. And instead of asking for what they need, anxious partners may withdraw or become clingy, hoping the other person will notice. Example, imagine texting your partner, "I miss you," and they reply, "Busy, talk later." Instead of reading it at face value, the anxious mind might panic. Are they mad? Are they pulling away? Did I say too much? It's not drama, it's fear, and it deserves compassion, not shame. Here's the good news. Communication can heal anxious attachment. Start with openness. Talk about your attachment styles. Say, "Sometimes I feel insecure when I don't hear from you. I'm working on it, but it helps when you check in." Use I statements instead of accusations. Like, "I feel anxious when you don't respond for hours," instead of "you always ignore me." Practice reframing negative thoughts. Instead of "they don't care," try "they might just be busy." And always, listen with empathy. A little validation goes a long way. What are common anxiety triggers in relationships? Silence, sudden changes, a short tone of voice, not feeling prioritized. Step 1, name them. Step 2, talk about them. Step 3, if silence is a trigger, agree to send a quick thinking of you message or part. If reassurance is needed, talk about what kind feels most supportive. Also, try self-soothing tools, deep breathing, journaling instead of spiraling, pausing before reacting. The goal isn't to become less anxious, it's to feel secure. That comes from small moments of trust, honesty, and consistency. Reassurance doesn't mean weakness. It's a love language for many. Partners can help by offering affection even when things feel fine, being emotionally available, gently reminding their anxious partner, "I'm not going anywhere." If this feels overwhelming, therapy can help. Individual or couples therapy can create space for growth, healing, and healthier habits. Communication isn't just about talking, it's about understanding how we feel, what we need, and how to connect with one another. Anxious attachment is just one part of your story, and with compassion, patience, and practice, you can turn it into a strength. Want to go deeper? Check out the free worksheet in the description below. It's designed to help you reflect, connect, and grow. Subscribe for more videos on healthy relationships and attachment styles. Leave a comment. What's helped you communicate better?